guys, hope you're doing well out there. So you've heard me ramble an awful lot about a place that I think is very special called Becks Mill. I came out here this morning to try and get some corn ground. They're cleaned up for the day, which is no big deal because Hell's Half Acre will be back out here in a couple weeks doing some reenactment, and we'll get our Amanda Palmer stone ground at that time. But in the meantime, I thought I'd take a moment and kind of show you guys around the mill. I think this is a really special place, and I think you'll kind of enjoy it. So this is where Thomas Green came into the county working for George Beck, who built this mill here and began making whiskey in this county. There were about 4 different distilleries here locally, and they all fed off of this mill. And later another mill that Tommy owned named Green's Mill right down the way here. Just a gorgeous place. This is the second, possibly third rebuilding of this mill. The one that we currently are standing in was built in the 1860s. Originally there was a small frame building here before that, and there's some controversy as to whether or not the second mill burned or this is the second mill, and what became Green's Mill might have been technically the third Becks Mill. Nonetheless, I wanted to show you around and let you check it out. So first up, I'll show you the area where the wheat would have been ground at. And they don't really use this area too much for reenactments anymore, just because wheat's just a pain to clean up, but it's worth seeing the equipment anyways. So there are the running stones. And there's a signature there. You'll find signatures all over this mill from where people came from all over the region, the Ohio Valley region, to have their corn and wheat ground. Here's the elevator that would carry the wheat upstairs to the second story, which I'll show you here in a little while. And then moving on over, this is sort of the corn gristing area. So I believe this is what they call a Queen of the South or a Belle of the South, I can't remember. Just makes a gorgeous corn mill, whether you're going to make cornbread out of it or you're going to make a little corn liquor out of it. Of course, it's all belt driven and runs off a large water wheel outside. Some of the gearing. And then over here in the corner we also do have a grist that was turbine powered, as well as a cleaner. Pretty cool stuff. Now, one of my favorite features here of Becks Mill is actually this wall outside the gift shop here, because this wall is covered with signatures of people from all over the Ohio Valley, Washington County, Orange County, Jackson County, Scott County, Louisville, Kentucky, Beargrass, you name it. People would come to the mill and they'd leave their signature behind. See if I can get up here and show you a couple of them. Cool stuff. Now down here is a map of the cave that the spring that runs the water wheel works off of. Now we'll walk over here and take a look at a few of the pictures and stuff we got hanging out around here. So here's a Becks Mill corn mill bag, and one from the Monon. They used to have the Becks back in the day, grind some corn mill for all their employees to have at Christmas to enjoy. One of my favorite pictures of the mill is this one right here. The time was taken, I believe, from across the road where the Becks had their home at. A few bottles that have been found here and there. And then another just absolutely gorgeous picture of the mill. Now it's raining outside, but we'll see if we can't step out here and get a picture of the spring for you. So this is where the water to run the wheel comes from. It's been a little dry here lately, so the water level's a little lower than normal, but give you a little image. And this large sycamore here was actually here back when the mill was built, and it was used with a pulley to raise bushels of corn up to the 3rd floor to store the corn until the mill had time to grind it. Just a gorgeous place.